And we're back. Well, this hand is mulligan worthy. This hand's better. We pretty much had to mulligan that first hand. It looked all nice and pretty and everything with its full, 7 cards, but what can you say? Sometimes you just gotta mulligan. Alright, so we got a bunch of coursers here. And let's go Temple Melody. Try to make certain we draw a land here. Oh, I really want the Grim Guardian. Like, I really want the Grim Guardian. Oh, it's always the question of greed. If I have to, I'm gonna keep it on top. We're gonna be greedy. Usually it doesn't pay out, but fuck it. We're being greedy. Might as well try it, right? Right. So our opponent goes Mutavault Scavengers. Okay, so he's on something. Something which I don't know. So we'll draw this other Grim Guardian. And then we're gonna go Brain Maggot so we know what he's on. Oop, wrong mana. Wrong mana. There we go. Alright, so Brain Maggot says Jund, probably? Yeah, Jund. Okay, so he's got on Jund. He's got Caryatid, P-World, Eater, and Stormbirth Dragon. Stormy. And he's got Stormy. He also has Stomping Grounds and Overgrown Tomb. Well, he's got the mana to do whatever he wants. At which point we have to think whether or not we want him to have Stormbirth Dragon or Pelucranos. I'm going to take the Pelucranos because it can kill, of all the options, it's the thing that can kill this Brain Maggot. So, makes the Brain Maggot seem a little more permanent. Temporarily, at least. Okay, so he's just going to get in for 2, which is fine. I mean, I'm not throwing my Brain Maggot under the bus. So, what's he going to do? Overgrown Tomb? Overgrown Tomb. Shocked in Overgrown Tomb because he drew a Courser. Right. He drew a Courser. Alright, well, we drew a land. It's slow land, unfortunately, but it is a land. Which is fine. I've got no problems with that. Shrink that up a little bit. So the top of his library is a land. Yeah, I'll keep a Temple of Melody on top. And we can run out either our... Oh, Gorklan Rampager? Really? Hate those things. I hate Gorklan Rampagers! Well, we're gonna take 6. Which isn't pretty, but whatever. So he'll play a land, gain a life, plays Caryatid. So he's no longer got the Caryatid, or well, he still has the Stomping Grounds. Interesting. Alright. So we draw our Temple Melody. We're gonna run out of Courser, and then we're gonna actually play this land. So that way we don't draw a land next turn. Yeah, that doesn't do shit. Okay. So he has a way to make any of these to kill this, which is probably what we want to do. We want to probably just bait the damn thing out, but maybe we just wait a turn. I think we just wait a turn because we're drawing the Abrupt Decay, and we can just like next turn do something. I don't know. What's he doing? Storm Breath. Right, Storm Breath. Okay. Yeah, so he's just gonna swing for 4, which is whatever. Okay, so we're gonna go Temple of Melody, gain a life, Scry. We'll leave Vraska on top because that'll just kill that next turn. And then we're gonna pass, and we'll abrupt decay whatever that's not Mutavault that he does his stuff with. So what's he gonna swing with? Because he'll swing to do that maybe? I don't know. We'll see. So he no longer has any of that shit. Although if I'm actually still charting stuff, he has a Xenagos. Well, he doesn't yet, but he will. He has a forest. A foil forest. Okay, so we're going to block right there. Yep. Whatever. So that thing's still a mess, but we can take care of it next turn. And then we block something else. Monstrous, you say? To just kill me off, huh? Interesting. Because you had the mana for that. Well, you don't say that I'm just dead. Okay, I'm just dead. Whatever. Sometimes you just die. No ifs and or buts about that. Sometimes you just die. Those come in, these come in, these can come in, these go out. Those are mostly all still fine. I'm fine taking one of those out. That card just generates so much value. So much value. We're gonna take one Farika out. Actually, we don't need the Scavengers. We really don't. Alright, so we took out one Farika, took out one Mana Bloom and the two Doomwake Giants. We added 2 Devour Fleshes and 2 Extinguish All Hope. So, we'll see how that does. Against TSAI underscore PO. Saipow! I don't know. Maybe that's how you say it. Saipow! Sounds interesting enough. Although maybe it's Saipo! Because that's more appropriate, I guess. Saipo? Saipo! Saipo! I don't know. Anyways. He's taking his time sideboarding. So, that's something. Maybe we got him confused as to what we're doing. Okay. Let's go at it. This is a hand. We've got an early piece of removal. And we've got double Eidolon for draw, and then Extinguish All Hope. That seems fine. Yeah, I'll just put that on top just for safety's sake. Because if I scared that to the bottom, I'd probably not draw another land after it. Just knowing how stuff seems to work on Moto. Alright, so he's gonna shock, play a Caryatid, which means I don't give a shit. Oh, there's a swamp. Oh, there we go. We now have double black. Blood crit, shock, producing white? Yeah, okay. Sure, it was Xenagos. Make a 2/2, bash me in the face. Sure. Okay. Well, fuck your 2/2. I don't care for that thing. This. Play one of these. Draw me a card. Hello, lands. Hello there. Hello, Bobbit. How's it going? Good, good, good. Just wanted to double check that was good. So when we go Extinguish All Hope, we'll hopefully then be able to just smack through and, oh, oh, hello. Um, yeah, that's that. So he's offering us a trade, otherwise he's gonna have minus Domri to kill it, probably. My guess is he just minus his Domri. Yep, okay. Sure. Whatever. Yep. Black. Thoughtseize. Let's get rid of... Well, okay then. We'll get rid of the Museum Mortars, and we'll play another one. So I draw a card. Well, hello, lands. Hello there, dear. Nice to see that we got plenty of lands going on here. Next turn, we can go Extinguish All Hope, swing, kill Domri. Unless he kills our guy, which is possible too. So he had Putrefy and drew a what? Sure, whatever. So he drew probably like a, I don't know. He probably drew like a Stormbreath Dragon or something, based on how he's tapping his mana so quickly. Hi Stormbreath, how's it going? Cool. Gives us an extra thing to kill with Extinguish All Hope. Uh-huh. Sure. For black, Putrefy my guy, sure. Okay, because my guy was clearly going to kill your guy so big time. This almost makes me want to wait a moment on Extinguish All Hope, because even though it is a one-sided, well, okay. That solves that question. Well, sort of. Yeah, I think we just gotta do this. I don't like using it without having a creature on the field, because we can't even take advantage of the tempo created by it to swing for anything. So we just kind of played it and did nothing with it. Just kind of unfortunate, but whatever. And I have to kill that thing on my turn, because otherwise it's just going to make such a steady stream of guys that I'm just going to die. I have to play the control deck here, which is awkward. Alright, you die. I targeted you. You die. Okay, you die. So whatever. We'll make this for 1, just in case I need it at some point. And we'll play that. So let's see. If he draws a Storm Breath, we're still alive for at least 1 turn. Trying to think of what outs I have. Vraska would be good at killing his walkers. I have some outs, but we're definitely not in a great place right now. See mauls are, as he mauls us to death. Yeah. Yeah. Well. Okay. It's all good. Right. All good. Perfectly fine. So our opponent starts to do nothing. Anyways, come on. Well, while our opponent does nothing, I'm going to look into potential other options for altering this deck. Because clearly it's still having problems against a... Whoa, variety of decks out there. Did something actually happen? Oh, something actually happened. Of course, right when I go to look at the deck, stuff actually happens. That seems appropriate. Anyways, our opponent is just dicking around with us now, basically, because he's like, "Oh, I'll pass priority. All right, you have nothing left to do. I forgot about that. Yeah, okay. There, let's. You can stop multitasking, person. At least he's not drawing creatures, so that's a plus. That means he's drawing like either lands or removal or something. Brain Maggot, show me what he has drawn. Mizzium Mortars. Okay. Well, I guess the Brain Maggot is Mizzium Mortars. Alright. Well, he'll probably just fight those and then get through for 2 and put me to. Anyways, doesn't really matter. Or he'll just go like that because he wants to try to get in for lethal quicker. Sure, I'm at 3. Come on, something good. Oh, or he can just draw a Dreadwar. Yeah, Swamp's not gonna do that much for us. We're just gonna concede. Because he's gonna get something and it's just gonna suck for us. So we draw and extinguish all hope next turn, followed by double Grim Guardian. Yeah. Anyways, so we're done with this event. We went 0-2. Not a brilliant run. Our first match, I think it all came down to luck at the end. Our second match, we just got steamrolled. So I need to look into ways to make certain that that this actually can function as it's intended. So we're gonna look back real quickly here at what enchantments exist. Because this is an enchantment deck, we really want to see if we can find some other set of enchantments that could really just do a number on certain decks. I could see Boon Satyr finding room in this deck. I don't know if we need the Veraskas. They're kind of slow for us. This Primeval Bounty's cool. Maybe as a sideboard card. I don't know. Maybe a 1-of's still fine. But we could cut down our curve a bit by taking out Veraskas, putting in Boon Satyrs. Gives us an extra 2 creatures. Other options would be like a Dictate of Erebos. See here, what else? Night Howler, Master of the Feast. Not a fan of Master of the Feast because that's just giving our opponents a lot of stuff. Nyx Weaver might be alright, but again, eh. We could go back to having these underworld connections. Maybe it'll smooth out our draws again. Maybe that's what we're just missing, is the fact that our draws aren't running as smoothly as they were. I don't know. I'll consider the options. While I consider options, you all have a great night. And as per usual, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, invite friends. I like friends. I like meeting new people. So, you all have a good night.